That such monstrosities existed fueled the fire even more for Raven and I. This world was dark and dirty, but it was just that. A world filled with such monstrosities needed more than just the two of us. We started to establish a network around the world for like-minded people as gifted and as powerful. We all began to make a change, a guild of protectors. We quelled threat after threat. When it seemed like nothing else was going to disturb its peace, was when the most destructive creature was born, that of man. They began to oust us, saying that we are self-proclaimed rulers of the world, even though we saved it time and time again, never asking for thanks, never begging for power. But that is the definition of being stuck between a rock and a hard place. When the most powerful force in the world has no equal, that's when fear begins to kick in. It didn't matter how many lives we saved. It didn't matter how much crisis was averted. We defied the very logic of the world. Our guild had the ability to harness the very elements, to teleport around the planet. Technology that defied all known logic. Magic at our fingertips. And thus the world began to hate us. Jealousy is a cruel thing. Because we refused to turn ourselves in, we were branded as terrorists of the world, as the very evil that will destroy the peace. The irony of it all. So because we refused, an organization designed to eliminate us was formed, and one by one we lost our members. Yet every single time we lost a member, a new threat surfaced that wielded their abilities. The final member got taken, and Raven and I couldn't handle it. At that point, we had both given in to despair. We refused to let them eliminate us, so we broke into the facility that held the final member. And to our horror, we saw how they had dissected every single one of us just to get our power. The pain deep in our hearts. The same people we strove to fight for. People like Alfred. We hid from the planet. Raven began to work ceaselessly on new experiments, day in and day out, trying to find a way to go back in time, to enter another world, to escape from this horror. But just like any living being, age eventually caught up to Raven. I cried my heart out. I told him I wish I could give my life force. If I could share my life force with him, that he would survive. But he told me that he had finally completed his final experiment. This very backpack that I carry with me is all I have left of him. And per his instructions, I used them. And I found you, Kyria. A new hope, a new light that I may help, that I may try to help. I know you asked for a spooky or scary story, but that was the scariest one in all my life.